What's up, gamers? It's SKool Fool here back at E3, and no, I'm not the guy from American Idol. I'm standing here with Kramer, one of the spokespeople here from Capcom. What's going on, Chris?
I'm also not the guy from American Idol.
Yes, indeed, but we're both wearing red and black, black and red.
I know, we're like mirror inverse opposites.
I know, like evil, like Bizarro.
I need some sort of little goatee action or something.
Speaking of Bizarro, the show is so crazy. It's so bizarre. So much stuff coming out. You guys announced lots of really big news over the past week or so for E3. I guess I'll let you take it away. What's going on here at Capcom?
Well, our two E3 announcements are we're bringing a new fighting game to the Wii called Tatsunoko vs. Capcom. It's something we've been kind of teasing the gamers with for last year. Came out in Japan back in December, but we've got a new version coming here in the US in winter. So it's a big title for us. It's like the Marvel vs. Capcom series, so it's all about like really easy to play, simple button combinations, but with really amazing, colorful characters. So it's calling upon this Japanese animation company, Tatsunoko. They've got like a 60-year history of anime.
Yeah, I thought I saw like some like Silverhawks. There was an American old school cartoons like back in the 70s, right?
Battle of the Planet / G-Force. That's what they're really best known for here in the U.S. So, and Ken the Eagle, who is Mark in G-Force, is one of the characters.
That's right, G-Force. If you guys, anybody out there who's obviously old school knows about G-Force, it's a really big show back in the late 70s, early 80s.
Yeah, so Tatsunoko is all about getting like some of Capcom's kind of coolest and most obscure characters, duking it out with Tatsunoko's like incredible amount of anime characters.
Obviously, I remember it was obviously you said it was Japanese exclusive. It was a Japanese game. Really, only Capcom was releasing in Japan. What made Capcom bring this game to the States? What did you feel like bringing it to the States?
You know, at the end of the day, it's an amazing game. We realize people here in the States might not be as familiar with some of these Tatsunoko characters, but the game is so awesome that what we want to do is we want to help introduce these people, or introduce players to these characters and sort of this history through this amazing game. So you can just jump right in and start playing the game, but there's a whole kind of like backstory you can dig in and learn more about these characters, and you know, hopefully that'll get people interested in the anime as well.
Now, I've had a few questions from the pro gaming fighting game community. Is this game online capable, and can you play it on a competitive level?
It's online is something we're looking at adding for the U.S. version. So the U.S. version is called Tatsunoko vs. Capcom Ultimate All-Stars. So we're looking right now at the possibility of adding a few more characters, adding online gameplay, kind of making some changes and some additions. So it's too early to tell, but the team really wants to put online combat in there.
What else does Capcom have in store for us?
Other big titles for us this year are Dark Void. You see right behind us is a model of the jetpack for Dark Void. Dark Void's a new game being developed here in the U.S. by a group called Airtight. The game's all about like freedom of movement. You play a character named Will, gets a jetpack, and you pretty much just take off.
Now, also, I was noticing you guys have a new Resident Evil game as well?
Yeah, we have Resident Evil Dark Side Chronicles coming for the Wii. It's another light gun style shooting game. Resident Evil Umbrella Chronicles came out on the Wii about 2 years ago. So it's a sequel to that game. That the first game sold over 1 million copies worldwide, was very successful on the Wii. So we're following up, adding chapters from Resident Evil 2 and Code Veronica, and we're kind of like enhancing the gun combat, just making it a lot more scarier and a lot more intense.
I remember our last meetup, we were talking about the new Resident Evil game, obviously came out, really great title. Are we going to see any type of maybe DLC add-ons over the course of the next few months to that?
You know, we don't really have anything new right now cooking for RE5. We've got the PC version of Resident Evil 5 is going to be coming out in the fall. So there's going to be some cool stuff added on to that. One of the most interesting things with the PC version is that we're going to support NVIDIA's 3D glasses. So there are these like super awesome new LCD 3D glasses. So like literally like the machine will be coming out of the screen towards you.
So I'm actually going to be like submersed in the game now.
Yeah, it's going to like hands will be coming out.
Like IMAX in real life.
Yeah, it would be ducking and bobbing and weaving.
Minus the $14 price tag.
Yeah, exactly.
Every single time I got to put them on.
Yeah, and in the comfort of your own home.
Nice, nice.
And then our other big E3 announcement was actually made by Jack Trenton at the PlayStation conference today. So they announced that we're working on a PSP version of Resident Evil. So that's going to be coming out not anytime soon, but it's something that we're working on with now. It's going to be a brand new Resident Evil game designed specifically for the PSP platform.
That was announced. Do you have anything here at the show showing that stuff?
No, it's like super early. It was like, we've been working very closely with Sony, and they asked us to kind of break it at E3. So we're just starting to let people know about it.
Nice, nice. It definitely looks like a great lineup. Of course, the PSP also, you said it was earlier, the Fate Unlimited codes, right?
Yeah, we've got Fate is a PSP fighting game that's coming out. We're actually doing something interesting in North America. People aren't really familiar with the license. It's not at the level of like Naruto or Dragon Ball. So it's a really awesome game that was done actually by the same development team that did Tatsunoko. So it's a great fighting engine. What we've done is we're releasing it digitally here in the US. So you'll be able to go on a PlayStation Network, just buy it and download it right to your PSP. So it'll let Capcom fans, fighting game fans, anime fans, they'll be able to get their hands on it immediately. Fate Unlimited Codes is based on the PSP, the PS2 version of that game. They've scaled it down. They've actually changed the control inputs to make more sense on the PSP. So instead of having to do like fireball combinations, it's more about tapping left and right and back and forth, which makes a lot more sense using the D-pad on the PSP.
It's still cool because even if you guys played on the go, you can still connect it to the TV via the PSP TV out.
Yeah, absolutely. So it looks really great. It's essentially it's a PS2 game on your PSP. So the graphics are pretty awesome.
Lots of intense stuff here. Wow, I mean, it's really mind-boggling. You guys have a really great show here at E3. I mean, is there anything else that I should know about?
Other big title for us is Lost Planet 2, which is something we're really excited about. We're showing a 4-player co-op demo. So the big focus with Lost Planet 2 is getting a team of buddies together and going through the game. So you're never really playing single player, much like Resident Evil 5, you always had Sheva. In Lost Planet 2, we're like taking that up a notch, so we're multiplying that by a factor of 2.
Capcom's all about not playing by yourself. So you know what? Don't feel bad if you're hanging out by yourself because you won't play by yourself.
Exactly. We're kind of turning into like the ultimate co-op company at this point.
No, it's a really cool experience, so I definitely liked having Sheva around. I mean, it's always nice to look at her, run around the screen, and slice her by accident in the corner.
Yeah, she's never too happy about that.
All right, Chris, well, we're going to take a look at what the games here that Capcom has to offer. I appreciate your time, and we're looking forward to Capcom 2009.
Right on. Thanks for coming out.
Thank you.